Hey guys, what is up? My name is Bob and Fishy and welcome to a new video. So today I'm going to actually be talking about something that might draw a little bit of ire from some of my, I guess, viewers, watchers, listeners, whatever. Anyway, basically, I stopped watching WWE. Like, completely. I pretty much have sworn off of it. I do check in on, like, cage side seats occasionally, just to see who's winning, that sort of thing. But I stopped watching WWE, I'm thinking about 3 months ago. And haven't looked back. I just lost interest. So, what have I been watching since then? Well, I actually switched over to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Now, if you guys don't know what New Japan Pro Wrestling is, they're the largest wrestling company in the world outside of WWE. And since WWE considers themselves entertainment rather than wrestling, they're the largest pro wrestling company in the world, which is really cool. So, who has been in New Japan and why do they matter, basically? So Shinsuke Nakamura came from New Japan. AJ Styles received a bit of a career resurgence coming from New Japan. He went from TNA to New Japan, became their world champion, and then kind of put himself back on the map as the best pro wrestler in the world. So he that was pretty much why he got a job in WWE. Also, they've currently got some of the best wrestlers in the world. Kenny Omega, who I'm not a massive fan of, but he's currently their world champion, as well as Kazuchika Okada, amazing wrestler, just awesome. And they've got a couple of guys who I can now consider some of my favorites. So, let's talk about why I stopped watching WWE. So, probably the biggest reason was just the silly, dumb, hokey storylines that WWE kept trotting out that I just was so sick of. It was a lot of stuff that, like, none of the characters made any sense, and it kind of annoyed me how, willingly stupid a lot of the, quote-unquote wrestlers, the people involved were, in the storylines were. Basically, everything that happens in WWE happens because somebody's an idiot and doesn't either, talk to their friends or check what they're doing before they do it, that sort of thing. And honestly, that idea is just man, if you're not, if you don't care enough about what's going on around you to, check in with people and stuff, why should I? So that was a big thing. It was just man, this is stupid. And, every time I saw something going on in WWE, I just thought to myself, why is this so dumb? I don't want to watch this. So that was kind of the big thing. Another thing that was kind of really getting on my nerves was WWE's reliance on, old-timers. Everything John Cena does nowadays is just him talking about how old he is. Triple H is still around, still wrestling, still taking main event spots. Same for, Undertaker. After, 2 years after he retired, he's back. Hey, Shawn Michaels is back. That's a recent thing. And I do know what's going on in WWE at the moment. I've seen it on cage side seats and stuff, but, I'm not looking this stuff up. But anyway, it's just this, I don't know, it's just there's, just build new stars, and they just don't. So I'm as a wrestling fan, I want to see younger guys succeed. That's always been, younger guys and girls, succeed. That's always been, one of the most satisfying things, is, watching somebody come from, a lower position on the card and work their way up and become a star. And WWE is just so not interested in doing that with anybody that they have. They're just man, if you're not going to put in the time to make these people stars, if you're just going to rely on, these, 60-year-old guys trying to tell me that they can, go out there and main event a pay-per-view, I don't want to watch that. And I like The Undertaker. I used to really like him when I was, 10. But no, stop main eventing pay-per-views. It's... And maybe it's just me. Maybe, I'm just so cynical about this stuff. Because, I don't necessarily care about match quality like a lot of people do. Yeah, cool, if they have a good match, whatever. But, I don't. I just want to see young people who are in their prime do well, like, and be treated like they're something important. And I don't see that from WWE. And the other, the other thing is Roman Reigns, basically. Like, ew, get him out of my face. I'm not watching that. So, like, and that probably also sounds bad. Like, he's probably a nice person, but I don't want to watch him on TV. I don't want to watch him on YouTube. So I stopped watching him. And since he's the main event guy on Raw, like, I guess I'm not watching Raw. So that's pretty much it. Like, yeah, I know, like, oh, that's really petty. Like, there's one guy you don't like. Like, yeah, there is. And they shove him down everybody's throat. It's like, I did, like, 3 years worth of videos complaining about him. Like, I'm done. I'm done complaining about him. I'm done watching him. I'm just gonna not watch WWE anymore. So, that's what I'm doing. So, enough talking about the negative stuff. Like, I'm gonna be a positive person. So, let's talk about New Japan and why I like New Japan. So, here's the thing. I'm gonna preface this once. New Japan treats itself like a competitive sporting environment. It basically it treats itself like a fight. And because of that, when I'm going to be making videos about New Japan, but going forward, and I'll put this in, like, the description for everything, but I'm not going to say it out loud. I am going to treat any time I talk about New Japan as if it were a real competitive sport, not like a scripted thing. I'm going to talk about it as it portrays itself, because New Japan treats itself like a real thing, like, you know, like what actually, like MMA almost. And because of that, I will give them that respect. I will say, okay, you want to, like, be judged on that? Okay, we'll do that. Because WWE does not. They treat themselves as a entertainment company and are very willing to admit what's going on is not real. New Japan is entirely insistent that it is real, even though it's not, like, duh. But they want to, like, I don't watch Breaking Bad and see Bryan Cranston, like, in the middle of a scene that's like a shootout with some gangsters be like, hey guys, my name is Bryan Cranston. I was the dad and Malcolm in the Middle, and, just so letting you know, all this gunfights, it's fake. I'm not actually a drug dealer. Like, they don't do that. They, like, while you're watching it, it pretends it's real. New Japan does the same. I will give them that respect. I will talk about it as if this is a real thing. So I'm gonna say that right now. Why do I like New Japan Pro Wrestling? Because it's fun to watch. Okay, first off, the matches, they're awesome. Like, it's like guys at the top of their game, going all out, beating the heck out of each other. My favorite wrestlers. Let's talk about some of my favorites. Jay White is my absolute favorite wrestler. As of right now, Jay White is awesome. So he's currently a member of the Bullet Club OGs, which are like, I think they've got like a couple of different names, but the Firing Squad, Bullet Club OGs, whatever. It is a group kind of headed by Tama Tonga, although they don't have an official leader. But it's Tama Tonga, Tangaloa, Bad Luck Fale, Jay White, Gato, Jado, oh gosh, what's the other guy's name? It's the junior heavyweight guy whose name I don't remember. Oh gosh, what's his name? It's like, hold up, I'm gonna get this. Taiji Ishimori. That's right. Okay. And they've also got this English guy whose name I don't know, but he's got like a bird. It's like eagle something or other. So yeah, that's currently the Bullet Club OGs. And Jay White just joined them. He was a member of the Chaos faction, but he turned his back on them along with Gato Jado, and they attacked Okada. So it's going to set up a match. It's going to be cool. Like, obviously, those guys are going to fight. So, like, anyway, the reason I really like Jay White is because he cheats, and he cheats well. And that's the thing. Like, I feel like cheating has become a lost art recently. If you're going to cheat to win. And Jay White cheats to win. If he's going to cheat during a match, he's going to do it in a way that he's going to attempt to win. A lot of wrestlers that you watch on TV and stuff just cheat and get disqualified and lose. And it's like, oh yeah, I got disqualified on purpose. No, if you're going to cheat, cheat to win. Hit him with a chair while the ref isn't looking. Hit him with a low blow, like distract something, knock the ref over, whatever. Like, cheat in a way that will win you the match. And Jay White does that. So I really like that because it's cool. And it's like, and he like, just as a person, he's really neat. He's like all like angry and stuff. So yeah, I really like Jay White. My other favorite wrestler is Sonata. So he is a member of the Los Ingobernables de Japón stable, and he's awesome. So he's like honestly, all of LIJ is awesome. They've got it's Tetsuya Naito, Evil, Bushi, Sonata, and Shingo something or other. And then they've got another guy who's hurt at the moment. I don't remember his name. I haven't actually seen him wrestle yet. He's like a junior heavyweight. He was the junior heavyweight champion. But he was injured when I started. I think they said he had like a broken neck, which is like horrifying, obviously. So hopefully he recovers. I'd love to see him wrestle. I hope he's able to wrestle again. But yeah, so like all of those guys are really cool, but Sonata's my favorite one. And he is mondo athletic. He's shredded. He's like tall, thin, but shredded. And just like his moves, he does like the coolest moves. And he's just awesome to watch. Like he moves around the ring so quick. All of LIJ, they're like, they're so coordinated when they do tag matches. Like you can tell they like practice their tag team moves. Like it's just neat to watch. They're like a well-oiled machine that you just like, okay, everything's moving. There's no squeaky wheels, that sort of thing. So, I don't know. I like it. But Sonata's my favorite. I like his masks. I like his hair. I think he's cool. So, yeah, him. And then another one of my favorites is actually an older guy who is... I don't think the announcers take him that seriously, which is a shame because he's pretty cool. His name is Togi Makabe. So he's kind of like a heavier set, not like, fat or anything, but like heavier set. He's like spiky blonde hair and kind of like a tanned complexion almost. Like I said, he's a bit older. He's the Unchained Gorilla. So, but basically he's got kind of like a Mark Hunt feel to him. Like, I don't know if anybody watches UFC. I have seen Mark Hunt. I only know who he is because of his fight with Brock Lesnar. But yes, like he's kind of like that, like brawly, like, just kind of beat the heck out of you. Like he'd beat the heck out of anybody I know. So, yeah, he's pretty cool. I don't know. I just like when I'm watching the matches and stuff, the announcers always kind of count him out. Like, oh, we weren't expecting that from him. Like even when he's winning matches, but I don't know. He just seems like he's a tough dude who can kick the snot out of anybody. So yeah, I like him. And he's got like this big chain that he wears around his neck, like carries it to the ring and stuff. I don't know. I thought it looked cool. So yeah. Other favorites of mine are Hangman Page. He's actually probably the only person in in the Bullet Club Elite that I really like. Actually, Chase Owens is pretty cool too. But yeah, those guys. I watched the G1 and they were pretty good. Like they were Chase Owens just kind of tag teamed with anybody from the Bullet Club. Actually, what's the other dude's name? The Tokyo Pimp guy? I forget his name. He's pretty cool though. Like I said, I'm still getting used to this, and not all of the people are like active all the time. But there's one more person who's like in my favorites. I didn't list him with the favorite wrestlers, but he's awesome. He's great. Rocky Romero. So he is a wrestler / manager / announcer. He just kind of does everything. He's a member of the Chaos faction, so he like teams with or can potentially team with like Okada and stuff. But he manages the Roppongi 3K team. So from what I understand, he was a member of a tag team called Roppongi Vice that split up or whatever. And when he kind of did that, he became like a manager, and started managing this Roppongi 3K team. They are 3,000 times as good as Roppongi Vice, so that is why they are called that. And yeah, I don't know, he's just great. I like his voice. I think he's hilarious. Like when he's on commentary, when he's in the ring, he's very good. But he doesn't like overstay his welcome, and I don't know, I just like him. So like that's my list of and you can probably hear it in my voice how much happier I am talking about New Japan than I was talking about WWE. I really like New Japan. I'm not really sure how I'm going to format videos about it, though. The thing is, a lot of the New Japan stuff, they don't really, like... They announce matches and stuff beforehand, slightly, but instead of, like, having a weekly show that builds to pay-per-views, like they do for WWE, it's just kind of like a series of independent shows that they just kind of travel around and promote. And so there aren't like the big, there's a couple of big pay-per-view type of things. There's what you call it, like Wrestle Kingdom is their WrestleMania basically. But instead of like, you know, here's a bunch of Raws that will build to pay-per-views so that I can do like a pay-per-view prediction, they do like tournaments that are kind of like round robin-y. And it'll last for like a month, and they'll just do shows every couple of days. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to be able to, you know, like do predictions and stuff. I definitely will for Wrestle Kingdom though. I'm gonna predict the heck out of that. But I don't know, what I was thinking of doing was doing like a monthly wrap up. So I think that's what I might do. Like on the last day or second to last day of each month, just do like a wrap up of everything that's going on in New Japan. I think that'd be kind of cool. It would give me something to upload on my channel, and I don't know, I think it'd be fun. So I guess that's all I've got to say. If you want to watch New Japan, go to NJPWworld.com. That is, and there's a translate to English button. And it just basically runs it through like Google Translate type of thing. It is 999 yen per month. But if you sign up for it, it like exchange rates it for you. So it's a little bit under $10 a month. I think it was like, it's hovering around $9 a month. And the way they price it is, at the start of each month, it'll just take out like the full charge. So if you sign up at the end of the month, don't do that, because it'd be a waste. Because what it does is like it charges you at the begin, or whenever you sign up for it, and then at the beginning of each month, and it's like the same amount. So yeah, it's economically it's the best to sign up at the beginning of the month. Although it's $10, it's not like it's gonna break the bank. So anyway, it's great. I highly recommend signing up for New Japan Pro Wrestling World. They are currently in the midst of their kind of like big push to enter the American market, which I really hope succeeds because I want to see more English content. And they just debuted the IWGP. Oh, by the way, the reason it's called the IWGP Championship is International Wrestling Grand Prix, and it's like that is the governing body for the sport of professional wrestling over there. So that's what that stands for. I looked it up. But anyway, yeah, so like they just debuted a US championship for New Japan like maybe a few months ago. Probably about a year ago now, actually. And like I don't know, it's cool. Like New Japan's neat. So, I don't know. Just watch it, or just listen to me talk about it. Like I just enjoy it. So yeah, I think that's all I got to say. I will see you later, guys. Bye.